Hey everyone, this is Aarti and this is your Chandrakala Tarot reading for the Taurus new moon. And it's on the 23rd of April 2020. And the energy of it is of a beautiful new beginning. And since Taurus is an earth sign and it's ruled by Venus, so it's about beauty, it's about love, it's about self-care, grounding, relationships, and our senses. And the cards that I've picked for today are the Death card. And usually the Death card really freaks people out because, it's about like, oh my god, death, and it very rarely means that something's gonna die, someone's gonna die. So the Death card is ruled by Pluto, and right now Pluto is doing a lot of like transits in the sky. We just had the Jupiter-Pluto conjunction, and now Pluto is going to go retrograde. So this is what it reminds me of. So in the Death card, it's about endings for new beginnings. It's about transformation, it's about changes, and it's about allowing what's not serving us to leave so that we can make space for the new and space for things that are really amazing for us, like things that are waiting to come into our lives. It reminds me of that quote that we need to close a door so that another one can open. Sometimes you might not have another door, but a small window, opening up for you. So it's a chance to really allow that newness. And if you haven't already used this time to clean up your house and, shift things around, it could really help to bring in the new. If there are any habits, patterns, situations or people that you are spending time with and connecting with that are not serving you, it might help, to reassess and allow those things to move away so you can channelize your energy towards something that's been calling out to you. And the Death card also reminds us that, death doesn't spare anyone. So like you can see, there are some people who have passed away, like here, and there's a little child, a little girl, and a bishop, trying to plead with death to spare them, but it's not going to happen. And it's really important, to allow this process of change, to accept it, and to understand that while this is this dark creature, there's a white horse. So it's about the duality when it comes to endings. And and that's the energy of the Death card. And as we begin with the new moon, it's a new page that we're starting with. So what are the things that we want to clear away so that we can set intention for the new things to blossom? And the next card about what we're trying to manifest is the Empress. And it's really amazing. While the Death card is about endings and that kind of energy of clearing, the Empress is about fertility. It's about beauty, it's about nature, it's about connection. And as you can see, there are little rabbits which signify fertility and blossoming. There are butterflies which signifies transformation. And there's a pregnant woman sitting there, and she is like the goddess herself. And you can see she's in a lush forest sitting on the moon, which talks about, our connection with our bodies and this ebb and flow, this cyclical nature. And so this card is about the Divine Mother. For a while now on our planet, there's been a shift, towards healing of feminine energy. Our planet has been living in a way that has been upholding, the more masculine ways of relating, of working, where our emotions, our body, and our intuition has not got much space. But now this chance is really for us to connect with ourselves and with each other and with nature. And I understand that most of us are stuck in our apartments and we don't have access to nature. But really just sitting by the sun or staring at the moon from your window or connecting in whatever small creative ways that you can. If you have any plants in your home, or even just looking outside the window, or visualization of nature, listening to nature sounds while sleeping, to really connect with the part of expansion and abundance that is around us. And this also reminds me of all the healing that nature is going through right now as we cocoon in this world and allow that process of regeneration not only outside us but also within. The Empress card is also about connecting with our senses, and since it's the Taurus new moon, it's a great time, to pamper yourself and maybe get some yummy food, or soak your feet, give yourself an oil massage, or find little ways to, make your day special. And lastly, I picked as a Goddess Oracle card, and we have Tarlapada. And this card is so beautiful. It's about finding an immobile center within ourselves in the middle of change. And instead of, resisting or fighting the change that's going on around us, to really bow down and surrender to all the things that are moving, so that energy itself can flow through us and help us find stillness. So it's a really interesting one. I've been working with the energy of this since some days, and it's allowed me to move, to ride the wave, because with all the changes that are happening, it's like we experience some change and then we integrate it. And then by the time we're integrating it, we're going back, to the drawing board. And to allow that, is there something wrong with it? We've gotten so used to living in a certain way that, this whole movement is not something that we're accustomed to. So it's really a chance, if I had to summarize, to let go of all the things that are not serving us and to, embrace this transformation, to make space for the beautiful feminine energy that's coming our way, of taking care of ourselves, connecting with others, indulging ourselves in a little pampering, and finding that immobile center within us, that stillness that allows us to stay grounded in the middle of changes, and really bowing down to this change and to allow it to help us flow with a little more ease than we have been. Before I sign off, there are a few things that I wanted to share. Firstly, I wanted to really put it out there that the last few weeks I've seen myself, really going up and down. It's been challenging, but at the same time really rewarding when I move through all the things that I'm feeling. And I'm smiling right now and I look really happy, but I have my moments too. I just wanted to share that. And also there are 2 lives that I'm going to be doing. So one of them will be about the lunar cycle and how to live in sync with that. And the next one, which I'm really excited about, my mom and I are going to be live sometime this week to talk about how we navigate difficult conversations and share space consciously, and our journey, of relating to each other and holding space for each other even though we're both triggered, and how we've done that over the last few years. So if these interest you, then stay tuned. I'll be sharing details about when we're going to do it, and if you have any questions, I'll also be putting out a sticker so you can let me know. Sending you a lot of love, healing and grounding energy for this Taurus new moon, and I hope you're taking good care of yourself, and I'll see you soon.